might have to carry a building a la the 17th at St. Andrews. From the fairway, it should be a simple look in, but beware the series of pothole bunkers along the way, including one just left of the green. This starting toward the right side. Always nice to get that first one out of the way, and that's going to be a good one to get this tournament started. All right, let's bring in Nota Begay III, four-time winner on the PGA Tour. Nota, this is a big spot for a golfer with big dreams. You've been there. What do you think the feelings are like right about now?
Well, Rich, it's pure adrenaline, just trying to get your mind focused on the task at hand. So much at stake with a good performance today, and you just got to execute and stay to your strategy.
Not to be a little short, but a good effort there. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. Two bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Sizable putt from 16 feet. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. He'll drop back to 1 over par. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. And that one looked good for a while, but it's going to get gobbled up by that bunker. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly as second to the par 5. Okay, that's back into the fairway. Certainly didn't get all of that one, but the end result is a positive.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And this is the sort of putt that's got to be hit with the perfect amount of pace. It's uphill all the way, and it's got a little bit of movement in it as well.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay at 1 over. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below. Oh, yeah, that is a beauty. Is that going to get the slope? Yes, it will. Check this out. Woo, that's going to keep right on going. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. And he'll stay right where he is. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day.
This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain right where he is. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4-7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second to a green that is one of the more difficult on the course. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin, and that will be no bargain in there. Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or bomb it over those 2 fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach.
Oh, I like that tee shot. One extra bounce. That's what kicked it into the first cut.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie.
Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5 9. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way. But if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. Yeah, that one going to chase down the fairway a little, and it'll wind up perfect. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
He has a 12-footer here.
Oh, that one read perfectly. It is a birdie here at the 9th, and he'll go out in 34, 2 under par for this front side. We begin the back 9 here at Bandon Dunes with a par 4, measuring out at 380 yards. It's yet another hole where that blue ocean catches your eye in the distance beyond. This hole, fairly straightforward, but big hitters should take note of that pot bunker that sits about 30 yards short of the green. Oh, this is a big chance, but it's looking good. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. This one moving left here for birdie. Oh, how about the run here? That a 3rd consecutive birdie. On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
Oh, everything going right now. That a fourth consecutive birdie. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism. But par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. And that is not the spot to be. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. "14 feet to the hole." Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll remain at 4 under. The rolling hills of Oregon provide the backdrop to this par 5 13th hole. At 553 yards, it is reachable in 2. Big dunes in the fairway could make the stance awkward for that second shot. But a big green that measures better than 50 yards head to toe does yield a good number of eagle putts. This may be a touch right. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Just 6 feet left for the birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. On a course with so many great vistas, this is visually a tough hole, this par 4 14. Look out in the fairway and you'll see pot bunkers to contend with in your landing area. If you can stay left of the danger, you will have a better look into an elongated green. Well, this looks really good. Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Boy, it's been a terrific day so far. Noda, you've been impressed.
I really have. They've really handled the golf course well. They've handled the nerves, and under the pressure, they've really managed to point to the right things that are making this thing turn into a very nice day.
Now this for another birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. He's going to get to within 2 shots of the lead now as he moves to 6 under par. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateaued green is not a bad play here. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Yes, Will, right there. That is in for par here at 15. And he'll remain at 6 under par. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware the pot bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C. Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there. The lie is not a friendly one, but still a chance to get on in two with a good shot here. Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Oh, straight into the cup. Well done. That's a birdie here at 16. And he's going to move to within a shot of the lead now at 7 under par. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a long bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say. Oh, and that just did not want to settle. It'll wind up rolling off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. And that ball couldn't quite get through unscathed. It's going to be knocked down by the leaves and wind up in the heavy stuff. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And he's going to fall to 6 under par. That was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. Looking for a rousing finish, a second out of the sand at 18.
A little unlucky in that fairway bunker. Really not much you can do. Just get it out. And this is now a long hole. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
We turn to Nota Pga III for this look at birdie.
And he's definitely wrong-sided here. This is a pretty severe downhill putt, but fortunately, there's minimal break in it. Boy, that's going to come up short. Never quite had enough to get there.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That's a good putt to save par here at 18. And that will be an opening round 66. That's some good playing. So all things considered, today a pretty good barometer of what's to come in the rest of this